There she comes.
I hope there's something worth grabbing this time. Get down. You inside. Come on out. What are you carrying in the strong box?
I ain't carrying one this time.
Take a look.
That's right. You look like a prosperous gent. Got a nice fat roll on you. Wow, this one's really loaded.
It's about time we made a decent haul. Don't try any tricks.
Cut one of your horses loose. I'm going after them.
Are you going after those two alone? Man, you're crazy.
I'm not crazy enough to let over $2,000 get away from me that easily. Hurry up.
I hope you know what you're doing, mister.
I do.
All right. Yeah. Yeah!
Looks like we're being chased.
Oh, you know the dude's taking after us.
Let's have some fun with him.
Please don't shoot, mister. We'll give you your money back.
Yeah, we didn't mean nothing.
I didn't come after the money. You can keep it. That is, if you want to earn it. And a great deal more.
No funny business now.
My business is entirely serious. If you want more assurance, here's a $500 bill you overlooked. You boys can't get rich on small-time hold-ups like this. But if you want to come in with me, you'll be living like kings.
Keep talking, we're listening.
Hi, Ward.
Hello, Rusty.
There's a fellow in the bar wants to talk to you.
Yeah, who is it?
His name's Dawson. He's the dude that took after those road agents that stuck up the stage yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Here's Ward Gordon, Mr. Dawson.
Well, I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Gordon.
How are you, Mr. Dawson?
Fine, thank you.
I heard about that stunt of yours yesterday. That was a pretty nervy thing to do.
Oh, just foolhardy. Certainly useless. I never did catch up with them. But it did relieve my temper. Will you join me in a drink?
No, thanks.
What about you, Rusty?
Yeah, I'll have a drink.
What'll you have?
Lemonade.
Lemonade?
Yeah.
Rusty said you wanted to talk to me.
Yes, yes. I understand that you're head of this ranchers association that's drilling for oil out in the Broken W Ranch.
Colonel Arnold is president of the association, but he's so badly crippled up, I sort of run things for him.
Oh, well, then you're the man I want to see. I represent an oil syndicate from the East. We're interested in acquiring leases in this territory here. I thought perhaps that you might be interested in selling some part of your lease.
No, I don't think so. We've got a pretty good start, and if we hit, we can take up our option on our whole lease.
Well, naturally, if you feel that you can carry the load, there's no point in selling any part of it. But do you know of anybody else that might be interested in leasing their land?
Well, I suppose most of the ranchers near us might be interested, but the Broken W is about the only acreage around here that looks like oil land.
Well, at present, perhaps, but if you prove up on your acreage, my company might be interested in acquiring some of the adjoining property. However, I intend opening an office here and do what business I can.
Well, good luck.
Oh, thank you, Gordon.
Come on, Rusty.
Pretty slick. How'd you run onto this place?
Oh, I happen to know the former tenant. He sold so much fake gold mining stock, he had to use that panel to get out of town in a hurry. Sit down, Hacker.
Got anything lined up?
I think so. I learned enough to know that the only way I can ever hope to get any part of the Broken W lease is to prevent the Ranchers Association from striking oil before their option expires.
When's that?
June the 15th. They lose their lease if they don't bring their well in by then. I think it's up to you to see that they don't.
Got any ideas about where to start?
Yes. Their head driller, Bryant, spends most of his spare time in the saloon. Now, it shouldn't be too difficult to have him accidentally killed in a drunken brawl.
I think it can be arranged.
No loop-legged cowboy's gonna talk to me like that.
Take it easy, Brian. No use somebody getting killed over a liquor argument.
Oh, leave me alone. I can take care of my own business.
Hold him, Rusty.
Come here, Bert.
Why don't you forget about it? He's just had too much to drink.
Oh, I haven't. And I'm not taking orders from you. This is my fight.
What happened?
He drew on my partner. I had to stop him.
I don't know. I didn't see it. But he had his gun out all right.
How is he?
Ward, I reckon we lost our best driller.
Hi, Ward.
Hello, Colonel Arnold.
Hello, Ward.
Hello, Sally.
Is something wrong?
Yeah. Bryant has just been killed in a saloon fight.
I was afraid his drinking was going to get him in trouble.
I'm not sure it was all his fault, but there wasn't anything we could do about it.
Who can we get to replace him?
Ed Harper, an Oro Negro, used to work for me there. You remember him, Sally?
Only his name. That was so long ago.
Well, he's our best chance. You better ride into town and send him a wire.
Okay, Dad. I'll go change.
I'll do what I can to keep the rig going until we can find someone.
Yeah, that's up to you, Ward. I'm so useless. We can't afford any more delays. The ranchers have invested practically everything they own in that well, and if we fail to prove up on the field in time, it'll bankrupt half the county.
Yeah, I know.
Hello, Ward.
Hello, Dawson.
How's the oil well going?
Well, just barely until we get a new driller.
I understand
Excuse me.
I got an answer from Ed Harper. He'll get to the county seat on tomorrow's train.
Do we meet him there?
No, he'll rent a rig and drive here himself.
Fine, we sure need him. We could meet him at Oak Forks and take him right from there to the rig.
Why, yes, there's no use his coming all the way to town.
All right, I'll pick you up first thing in the morning at the ranch.
Right, I'll be ready.
Now, all you have to do is to meet Harper before they do. Substitute one of your own men in his place.
I can't find a man that knows anything about drilling.
He won't have to if you work it right. When he gets to the rig,
You Ed Harper?
Yeah.
Got anything to prove it?
Huh? Why?
We're from the Oil Association. We've been having a lot of trouble around the rig. Gotta be careful.
Well, got a telegram here that Sally Arnold sent me.
Okay. Get him over there.
I'm leery of this job, Hacker. I don't know a drill bit from a crown block. Suppose someone asks.
I told you what to say. This stuff is all fixed. All you gotta do is light the fuse and throw it down the casing.
Well, you'll have to stand by close.
Don't worry, we'll stand by and take care of you.
Are you Mr. Harper?
Yes, ma'am. Reckon you're Miss Arnold.
Why, yes, I am. I used to know you a long time ago in Oro Negro, but I wouldn't have recognized you.
Well, I've changed some since then. Got your telegram and came right along.
And we're grateful to you for coming. This is Ward Gordon.
Howdy.
Howdy.
How's your brother Harry?
Why, I don't know. He hasn't been around town for years.
What's the matter, Sally?
Why, I don't understand. Harry Harper was a good friend of mine. I got a letter from him just a few months ago, and he said he was still in Oro Negro.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. I'm Ed Harper. That telegram proves it.
Maybe you'd better step down and we'll talk this over. I'll take your gun. Keep an eye on him, Sally, and I'll see what he's got in this wagon.
Oh, we can't let him find that dynamite. Come on.
You drill oil wells with this stuff?
Hey, something's wrong. You hit Bowers. I did not. I wasn't shooting within a half a mile of him. Well, he's playing possum then. Let's give him a chance to cash in on it.
I'm going after him. You wait here.
Take it easy. You won't get hurt. Stay here.
looks like we lost him.
Yeah. If Bowers played his cards right, he ought to be near the well by now. Let's get over there and see if he needs any help. Come on.
What happened?
That man wasn't hit at all. He took the gun away from me and drove off toward the well.
And with that dynamite. I see their game now. I'll pick you up later.
Right.
Mighty glad to see you, Mr. Harper. We had to shut her down. We wasn't getting anywhere.
Well, a heap of knowing goes into drilling. Suppose you fellas knock off for lunch. I'll look things over while you eat.
All right. Let's eat, men.
I can explode it. You keep the others busy.
Well, men, there goes the oil well.
Well, that should be about right to replace the derrick. We got enough to cover it, Sally?
Yes, but it won't leave us much in the bank.
You sure the casing and machinery are all right?
Yeah, we went over everything, and there were only a few broken fittings. The crew's straightening out everything now.
Then I'll tell the association members we're starting up again.
Good idea. They're plenty worried.
I can't blame them. I've gone broke wildcatting wells myself several times. All I have to do is start over again. But if this cooperative venture fails, it means our friends and neighbors are broke too.
Well, we can still make it if we don't have any more trouble. And I'm going to be on guard day and night from now on. I'll let you know how we make out. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good morning, Ward.
Hello, Dawson. Drink up, Rusty. Time to go.
Why, did the stuff come in?
Yeah, got into Benton on this morning's freight. We're going to meet the wagon there and ride with it to the rig.
So you're going to rebuild the derrick and try again?
That's right.
Well, good luck to you, Ward. But remember, if you find that you haven't got the time to exercise your lease option, remember my offer to buy you out still stands. As a matter of fact, it might be wiser if you sold your lease now rather than risk losing everything.
Well, we still expect to finish the well in time, even though someone around here seems mighty anxious to stop us. Come on, Rusty.
Ride out and tell Hacker to come to my office at once.
Okay.
What's up?
I was just talking to Ward Gordon. They're bringing a wagon load of material in from Benton today for the new derrick. Ward and Rusty are riding with it.
They're a tough pair to tackle.
So you'll take plenty of men with you. It's important to destroy that material because I don't think that the association can afford any more expenses.
You seem to know an awful lot about their business. Ain't you afraid that Ward might get wise to you?
I think he suspects me already. But what can he prove? I spend most of my time here in this office. If nobody sees you come here, I'm safe.
Sure, you're in the clear, but we're not so safe. I think we'll wear masks today.
Good. We've got to be careful for a while. But once we get a well-organized gang, we'll run things to suit ourselves.
I hope so. All set?
Yeah, the rest of the boys are over in the trees waiting for your signal.
All right, we'll draw the guard off first.
Looks like a trick to draw us away from the wagon. We'll pretend to follow them. You stay here. Running away.
We'll get the others. Come on, men.
I got enough. You can't expect a man to fight dynamite even for the kind of money Dawson pays.
That sure fixed him.
Yeah, but we can't always be so lucky. As soon as we get this stuff to the well, I'm going to try to find out who's behind all this. Reed, I want to talk to you.
Don't try to jump on me about that shooting. It was self-defense.
That's not what I want to talk about. The sheriff just brought in the bodies of the men who were killed attacking our wagon. One of them was your pal, Cody.
What's that got to do with me?
You were a good friend of his. Maybe you can tell me who he was working for.
I'm not telling you nothing.
Then I'm taking you to the sheriff and charging you with being one of the men who attacked the wagon. Come on.
You're not taking me anywhere.
I said, come on. Now you're ready to talk to me or the sheriff?
This is none of my business, Ward, but I know Reed fairly well. Maybe I can help you.
I'd sure appreciate it.
If you know who Cody was working with, you'd better tell him. Tell him the truth. I mean it.
Well, all I know is he was with a couple of fellas named Hacker and Larson. They got a camp up in Calico Canyon.
All right. But if I don't find them there, I'll be back to see you again. Thanks, Dawson.
It's all right, boy.
I don't get this. Hacker and Larson really are up in Calico Canyon.
Of course they are. You can cut across country and get there before he does, can't you?
Yeah, I guess so, but I still don't get it.
If Hacker and Larson are waiting for Ward when he rides in, it'll be a good chance to get rid of him permanently.
Yeah, I see. I'll be on my way. Ward's on his way here.
Here? How'd you find out about this place?
I told him. The boss ordered me to. You fellas are to take care of him when he gets here.
Okay, how soon?
Any time now.
All right, we'll handle him. You better stay out of this.
Suits me.
That's him. We'll head him off at Devil's Gorge. Well, that's that.
Of course, I got a little wet.
Sounds to me like Reed deliberately sent you into a trap.
Maybe. But after all, he was only telling me where Hacker and Larson were, and he was telling the truth.
Whatever his intentions were, you can't do anything about it now.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with Dawson. He could very easily be back of these attempts to stop us from bringing a well in on time. But we haven't a shred of evidence against him.
So all we can do is keep on trying to protect the well and get in supplies to the crew.
That supply business is our toughest job right now with the shape that road is in. If we could only cut a new road through Aliso Canyon, we could save a day's time on every trip we made and make it that much easier to guard the wagons.
Wait a minute. We've got something now. Sally, get me that map. Now, a road through Aliso Canyon would go right by Thompson's Old Valley Oil Company rig.
But that rig was abandoned years ago for lack of money.
I know, but if we put in this new road, I'm sure I can make a deal with Thompson's estate to take over the rig on shares. We shouldn't have any trouble now borrowing enough on it to start drilling there.
And 2 wells instead of 1 will double our chances of hitting oil in time.
Of course.
All right, let's get started. I'll round up a road building crew.
And I'll arrange to meet your first payroll.
I'll let you know how we make out, Colonel.
All right, Ward.
This game's too tough for me.
How about one more hand?
Not today. Well, fellas, Ward Gordon, the boss, will be here any minute, and he'll explain to you in detail what this work consists of.
What did you want, Reed? Ward passed the word for anyone who wanted road building jobs to meet him here. There they are over there.
Know any of them?
Yeah, I know Kern pretty well. The guy with the split in the chair.
Can he be bought?
I think so.
Take him aside. Tell him that
The work will be hard, men, but the pay is good. The food is good. Here's the boss now.
These the men, Rusty?
Yep. I told them the layout, and they're ready to go to work.
Not so fast. We want to see the color of your money first.
What do you mean? You don't expect to be paid in advance, do you?
No. But I hear your oil association's about busted. How do we know we'll ever get paid?
You will every Saturday.
That's what you say. But we want some proof that you can make good.
All right, forget about it. We don't need you.
Don't let him make suckers of you, men.
This is none of your business. Stay out of it.
Let's see you make me.
Ready to keep quiet now?
You're still suckers if you don't see some cash money first.
Hey, Ward. If it's money that's worrying him, how about showing him this roll that Sally gave me, just in case we might need it?
Well, does that satisfy you men?
Suits me.
When do we start?
We'll load the equipment today, and I'll take you out to the job the first thing tomorrow morning. Get your stuff together and be ready.
Okay. Thanks for the loan, pal.
Say, where'd you get that money?
Now, what you gotta go asking those questions for? It worked, didn't it?
All right. Let's get those wagons loaded.
Those wagons are going to be too well guarded when they start out in the morning. But nobody will expect any trouble with them standing right out here in the street.
We're taking an awful chance right here in the middle of town.
We're playing for high stakes, Hacker. The wealth of a kingdom. We've got to take chances. But it's not going to be dangerous if you work it the way I've laid it out for you. Now, those men that Reed hired, they'll be waiting at the end of the alley. You join them. I'll signal when the wagons are loaded.
Is all of it?
Yeah, that's it.
Let's get the horses, Rusty.
You two boys wait until Steve and I get set on the balcony and then go ahead. We'll keep you covered. Only one of them's burning.
The wagon's on fire!
We can keep him away from it till it gets going good. He'll catch the other one.
We can't get out there with those two up on the balcony. Keep me covered. I'll try to get them from the back.
your oil association still planning on building a road through Elisa Canyon?
Yes, we're loading another supply wagon right now.
You know, of course, that canyon isn't included in your lease.
Sure, but it's still open government land, and nobody can object to our putting a wagon road through it.
I object.
You do?
Yes. This telegram from the land office confirms my application for mineral rights on sections 24 and 25. You couldn't build your road through those sections without a right-of-way agreement from me.
And you don't intend to give us one?
I certainly do not. We're competitors. I see no reason why I should help out a business rival.
No, I don't suppose you do. But we're still building a road.
Well, if you do, I'll get a court injunction to stop you.
We'll see about that.
Well, it's about time you got here to help me.
Well, there's no hurry.
What do you mean?
Old Dawson has just filed for mineral rights on a couple of sections of land in the Aliso Canyon. He won't let us put a road through there.
Well, that's ridiculous. It's just a trick to stop us. There's never been a sign of any kind of mineral in that canyon. Old Hard Rock's been prospecting
Say,
it for...
Hard Rock Haggerty. He's got a mining claim up at the head of the canyon, hasn't he?
Sure. Well, what's that?
Finish loading that wagon. I'm going to see Hard Rock.
Howdy, Ward, howdy.
Hello, Hard Rock. Doing any good?
Well, not much lately, Ward. But I'll make my strike one of these days.
Say, do you have a right-of-way for a road up through the canyon to your claim here?
Sure have. Mighty good thing, too. Oil lease hound by the name of Dawson filed on them sections below me down there. But he's got to let me come through if I want to, you know. That's the law. I was here first.
Well, he won't let us come through.
No, I suppose not. All them oil lease hounds are ornery cusses. All except you.
If you'd let us use your right-of-way, we could put a road through the canyon and it'd go right by your claim. Of course, Dawson wouldn't like it.
No, and I don't like Dawson either. By golly, I'll do it. Come on in the shack, we'll sign the agreement.
So Ward got the agreement from Hard Rock and filed it in the courthouse. They sent me this copy of it.
So now they can put a road through your claim.
Yeah? But there's one loophole. Hard Rock can cancel the agreement at any time.
Well, maybe we better persuade him to cancel it.
That's the idea. But go a little easy with him. It wouldn't do us any good if he died before he canceled it.
I'll go easy. Hello, Hard Rock.
Howdy.
How would you like to make $500 for canceling your road agreement with the Oil Association?
I don't bust my agreements, so you might as well get out. Get out!
Don't try it, Hard Rock. You'll never make it.
And you won't either, Hacker.
You think Ward will leave me alone with you coyotes on the prowl?
We weren't leaving Hacker alone either.
good's this gonna do us?
I don't know, but I got an idea. Here, tie his hands with this.
Wet rawhide, eh? That's an idea.
Boy, you dirty skunk. When that stuff dries, it shrinks. It'll cut his hands off.
Sure. Unless you decide to change your mind about that road agreement. Think it over. Get up on the ridge and stand watch. I'll wait here. Yeah, the sun ought to be bearing down good on that rawhide pretty soon. I'm going over here and take it easy. The shade.
Your magnifying glass, Hard Rock.
You sure fooling that time.
Yeah, but it was too close, Hard Rock. I'll send out a wagon for you, and Rusty and I'll ride guard on you into town.
So that's their play. You're going to try to take him out in the wagon. Well, that suits me just fine. Come on. Get down. Hurry up. Take him out in the brush and tie him up. I'll get Hard Rock.
Come on, get going.
Ha!
All right, ain't you? We've got to wait.
We're not waiting for anybody. Get in this wagon. Come on.
Stay with him, Rusty.
the wagon is wrecked, Hard Rock, but we'd better get you out of here anyway. You can ride Rusty's horse, and I'll take you over to Benton.
Well, what about my thing?
Rusty will stay here and watch him until I can send out another wagon.
Well, all right. But I'm getting a little bit old for these kind of goings-on.
I can't find any sign of Hard Rock anyplace.
And you won't.
What do you mean?
I was just over to Benton. Ward brought Hard Rock there last week and put him on a train for the east.
Well, the new road's just about finished.
Yes, I know. Well, we can forget about that and start thinking about what they're going to haul over it. I also learned while I was in Benton that the Oil Association is expecting a shipment of new machinery for that oil rig they took over. Now, we've had enough trouble stopping them from putting down one well. We can't let them get another one going.
You can bet that machinery will be well guarded when they haul it in.
So we'll get it before they do.
How?
First, I want you to go to Benton. Send this telegram to Ward Gordon.
Hello.
Howdy.
Where is the machinery for the Oil Association?
Well, your men hauled it off 2 days ago.
Well, how could they? The telegram said it wouldn't get here until today.
I never sent you this telegram. Somebody's run the skin game on you.
Well, who got the machinery?
Strangers to me. They said they was from the Oil Association, paid the freight, and hauled it off.
What'd they look like?
Well, the fellow that did the talking was a man 6'3", broad-shouldered, weigh 200, gray at the temples.
Uh-oh. Hacker.
Yeah, sounds like him. Well, thank you. But that doesn't help us any.
It sure don't. And there's no chance of trailing that wagon after 2 days.
No, but there are other ways of finding Hacker. Oh, Cal, take the team back to the rig.
We must recover that machinery. We can't possibly raise enough money to buy a new set.
Catching Hacker is our only chance. But how can we do it?
I know. Grab Dawson and beat it out of him. It's a cinch Hacker's working for him.
Now, Rusty, you know we couldn't do that. We haven't the slightest proof that Dawson is mixed up in this.
But who else stands to profit by stopping us? If we can't hit oil in time to prove up on our lease, he'll grab the field for himself.
Yes, it's very possible that he's back of all of our troubles, but we can't just go out and beat him up. Now I gotta think of some other way.
Yeah. Say, is Bill Murdoch still around town?
Reckon so. Saw him in the bar yesterday. But Murdoch's straight as a string. He wouldn't put in with Hacker.
I know. But he might be able to help us. We're pretty sure that Reed is tied in with Hacker. So suppose Murdoch got friendly with Reed.
Might help. But then what?
All right. You go into town and tell Murdoch to act like he's...
I don't know, Rusty. Sounds kind of crazy to me. But maybe it'll work.
Here comes Reed now. Go to work on him. Ward will be here in a minute.
Give me a shot. Hey, you. Come on down and have a drink with a man. What's the matter? You too good to drink with me?
I buy my own drinks.
I think you better have a drink with me right now.
On your way, drunk.
Don't push me. Listen, I
don't drink with drunks.
Trying to start another fight, Reed?
Why don't you mind your own business, Mr. Nosy?
You'd better move on before you get hurt.
Yeah?
Hey, you. Now I'd like to buy you a drink.
What'd you have, boys?
A couple of shots.
Get up, Ford. Come on. Get on your feet. Come on.
I've been hoping someone would work that hombre over. And you sure did a good job of it.
Fighting's my business. With fists or guns.
Murdoch sure put on a good act.
I'll say he did.
Well, maybe it worked. Reed's buying him a drink.
Yeah? Stick around and see what happens. I'll meet you over at the wagon yard.
Maybe we ought to have a little talk. How would you like a job?
Maybe I would.
It worked. Reed offered Murdoch a job. Told him to report the hacker at the cabin in Box Canyon.
That's all we need to know. Let's go.
There it is.
Yeah, and that looks like Hacker's horse. Come on.
That's Hacker, all right.
Yeah. The machinery can't be in that shack, but it might be hidden where he's going. Come on.
That could be it.
Yeah. Let's find out.
Build a fire, Drake. We'll have something to eat. Get some water, will you?
All right, lift it.
He must have slipped out on us.
Yeah, but we got the machinery. And that's what we came after.
That old drilling rig can go right to work as soon as they get the machinery installed. And that'll only take a few days. If they get both wells drilling, they're bound to hit oil before their option on the field expires. We've got to stop them.
Suppose you tell me how. You know that machinery will be well guarded when they haul it in?
Then decoy the guards away. Look, as soon as they start moving the machinery, I want you to take some men, go to the north end of the property, and then after you get there,
I know there'd be plenty of guards. Don't worry, they won't be there long.
Sally's in trouble. I was supposed to meet her at Oak Flats and ride with her out to the well. The team in the bugboard was standing there, but no sign of her.
Did they leave any tracks?
Plenty of them. 2 or 3 horses had taken off towards the east ridge. Left a trail a blind man could follow.
Doesn't make sense to me, but maybe we'd better take a look. You men go on with the wagon. We'll be back as soon as possible.
We'll follow along slow until they get down in the canyon. Come on.
The tracks lead off over there.
Here's a piece of Sally's scarf.
Well, we're sure on the right trail.
Here's another piece.
Well, this sure is an easy trail to follow.
Yeah, almost too easy. Looks to me like it might be a trick.
They've got Miss Sally.
They're probably using her to draw us away. You fellas go ahead and follow the trail. I'm going to get back to the wagon.
All right, let's go. What do you got in the bag?
Nothing but mail for the drilling crew.
All right, I'll take it.
you doing?
I reckon I'll make it.
Take it easy. I'll drive you in.
What happened?
Well, the wagon was attacked, but we got it through to the well. What about Sally?
No luck. That trail was marked plain till it got to the top of the ridge. Then it faded plumb out.
You guessed right, Ward. It must have been a trick to pull you away from the wagon.
Yeah, but that doesn't help us find Sally. Whose is that extra horse outside?
I don't know. We picked it up running loose on our way back. Why?
2 of the men who attacked our wagon were killed. And that looks like the horse one of them was riding.
Could be. But what good does that do us?
If that man was tied in with Hacker, and I think he was, we could turn that horse loose again, and he might go home to their hideout.
Certainly worth a try.
Don't worry, Colonel. We'll find her. Come on.
What do you think?
Well, Sally could be in there, all right. So we can't take any chances. You get over as close as you can to the door and stay there. I'm going to climb up to the hayloft. Stand up and drop those guns. One at a time. Come on in, Rusty. Colonel. Hello, Sally.
How are you, Ward? How are things going?
Good. The machinery at the old Thompson rig is almost connected up. They'll be drilling by tomorrow.
Well, that's fine. Now, I've got something to show you. Our own well got down to 1,800 feet yesterday. Indications are good.
Hey, this is all right.
So with 2 wells drilling, we should hit oil in time to pick up our lease option.
Yes, I'd say we still have a chance. If we just stand off those mysterious enemies who are trying to stop us.
That's our problem. The crews at both wells are armed and always on guard, but we never know where an attack will come from.
We can only get at the leader of the gang. But Hacker's the only one we can even identify.
And we haven't had much luck with him. He always has too many others to protect him.
Yeah, well, he may not have so many friends since he kidnapped Sally. Even the outlaws in this country don't like to see a woman manhandled.
That's true, but I still think it's a slim chance that any of his men will inform on him.
If we could just spread the word around what they did to Sally, we'd at least have every decent citizen in town looking for them.
Might help.
Well, it's worth trying. I'll go in and start stirring things up.
Well, don't stir up a hornet's nest and get caught in it.
I'll try not to.
Good luck, Ward.
Men, it's a good thing we found her when we did. If we hadn't found her in time, Hacker probably would have killed her.
Any coyote that would treat a woman like that ought to be strung up to the nearest cottonwood, and his friends along with him.
That's right.
Take it easy, Rusty. The sheriff will take care of Hacker if we ever find him. Now, most of you men know what Hacker looks like, so keep your eyes open. And if you spot him, bring him in quick.
We sure will.
We don't want any stakes like that hanging around here.
We'll bring him in.
And I'm going to be on his trail, too. Come on, Rusty.
I don't like this. The whole town will be on our necks.
Yeah, Hacker's in my office right now.
And he'd better stay there.
No, I can't risk that. But then he can't get safely out of town either. I'll fix him up in different clothes. Then I want you to rent a light wagon. Pick him up in the alley at exactly 11 o'clock.
I'll be there.
Our best bet is to keep an eye on Reed. He may try to warn Hacker.
Okay. But if you ask me, there's the man we ought to be trailing.
We'll watch him, too.
We're in trouble. Ward's got the whole town stirred up over your kidnapping that girl.
It was your idea. I told you what would happen.
Well, we can't help that now. We've got to get you safely out of town. These clothes belong to one of the boys. He was just about your size. Put them on.
Now, what's he gonna do in there?
We'll find out.
Now, you'd better clear out. Reed will pick you up right at 11.
Okay.
Let's get our horses.
He'll give us a slip.
There's only one road out of town in that direction. We'll catch up with him.
Who's that with him?
Let's catch up to them and find out. Come on. just knocked out. When he comes to, we'll take him to the mine.
Why not haul him into the sheriff?
Not yet. I still don't think he's top man of his outfit. Maybe we can persuade him to talk. The way people feel about you around town, Hacker, you won't stand a chance if we take you in. So if you can hang part of the blame on somebody else, you'd better start talking. All right, have it your own way. I'm going to the ranch and send in for the sheriff to come out and get him. I don't want to be responsible if a mob catches him before we could get him to jail. If you get hungry, there's some grub in the box.
I can sure use it.
Smells good. How about giving me some?
Think I'm crazy enough to untie your hands?
You don't need to. Just feed me a couple of pieces.
Okay. Take your time, it's pretty hot.
Shouldn't have come here. It's too dangerous.
What else could I do? I took Ward's horse. I ain't even got a gun. With these clothes on, anybody could spot me a mile away.
All right. You You can stay here till after dark. I'll fix you up with a horse and an outfit. Then I want you to sneak out of town and stay out.
Suits me. I'd just as leave lay off this business for a while.
No. We've still got work to do. The Oil Association started drilling with the old Thompson rig.
Yeah, and every man on the crew's got a gun and itching for a fight.
All but their foreman, Plummer. He's on my payroll now.
Well, why didn't you say so? He ought to be able to fix things up.
Not alone. You'll have to get some men. Stand by to help him when he gives the signal. Tomorrow morning, he's going to start passing out the liquor to the crew. Now,
I never saw Ben pulling a line so fast in my life.
Where did you see him pull on that bottle? Ben's high enough now without getting himself a snoot full.
It's all right. How about you, Foster?
Yeah, sure. All to say, aren't you forgetting Doc's warning about drinking on the job?
Listen, I'm the foreman here, ain't I? Well, I believe in keeping my boys happy. How you coming, Ben?
Help yourself, boys. If the boss don't want any liquor on the premises, why, the best thing to do is to get rid of it.
Plummer's a swell guy and an easy boss.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Fire. I'm not good at dodging bullets. No oil well worth risking your life for.
According to the men, Plummer must have sold us out. He's the one that got them all drunk.
What does Plummer say about it?
Well, he disappeared right after the fight and hasn't been seen since.
Oh, it could have been worse. You sure the casing and the derrick are all right?
Yeah, but most of the platform machinery was wrecked. Here's a list of the replacements we'll need.
Yeah, I'll check them over and wire a rush order on it.
What can we do to protect the shipment? The wagons are sure to be attacked again.
Probably. But I think we'll have enough help this time. We'll need some men and teams anyway, so we'll make up a wagon train and bring everything through at one time.
Boss sure handed us a job.
You're getting good pay for it. Let's go.
we can deliver this stuff and get the crew from the other well and get her set up in a hurry.
Hit bad?
Just nicked. But I got my belly full of this business. If Dawson's got any more jobs for me, the odds are gonna have to be better than this.
Yeah, it was kind of rough. I'm going to do a little squawking myself. Can you make it back to camp all right?
Yeah, sure.
Good. I'm going to meet Dawson at the line shack this afternoon. I'll tell him a few things. I'll see you later. I know, but there's a limit to what a man can do, Dawson, even for the kind of money you pay.
I tell you, a night attack on the first well will be simple. I've had a man over there watching them. They closed down this morning and sent the crew over to repair the machinery on the Thompson rig. There'll only be 3 or 4 guards. I'll double your price on this one.
It's all right with me, but I don't think I can get anyone else.
I'll go with you. There's only a couple of us needed.
You must be awful sure of the setup.
I am. You've got explosives in here, haven't you?
Yeah?
Good. Come on in. We'll get it ready.
Hey, that's Ward.
Yeah, I hadn't figured on him. Let's see how the land lies.
Hello, Sally. What are you doing here?
I brought the groceries out myself, and I found Casey was here alone, and I thought I'd better stay here and help him. I can use a gun, too, you know.
Well, I hadn't intended to leave him here alone. Since you're here, I guess you'll have to stay. It wouldn't be safe for you to go home by yourself. No need of us all staying up. Why don't you go in the tent and get some sleep?
All right, I will. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Casey.
Night.
How's she going, Casey?
Fine, Ward. Let's take a look at it.
There's only 2 of them and the girl. This'll be easy.
Yeah, it should be. I'll try to draw them away from the derrick. Then you sneak in and drop that explosive down the casing.
Okay.
Stay down, Sally!
Hello, Colonel.
Hello, Ward.
How's Sally?
Fully recovered. She went into the bank to arrange for this week's payroll.
That's fine. For once, everything seems to be going good. Both rigs are drilling, and our chances look good to hit oil before our lease option expires.
Yeah. Sally. You're back early. What's the matter, honey?
Our bank account's been attached.
What? Who did that?
Plummer and 2 of the crew who were working on the Thompson rig. They claim they were injured at the fight at the well and filed suit for damages.
Why, that's crazy. If he dares to show his face in court,
I know, it's just a nuisance suit, but the case won't come up to trial for 3 weeks. And in the meantime, all our money is tied up. How can we meet our payroll?
Well, we'll just have to raise the money somewhere else and keep it in cash. I think under the circumstances, my old friend Howard Nelson and Oro Negro will help us out. We used to be partners in the oil fields down there. I've done him a lot of favors. I'll give you a letter to him.
I can catch the evening train from Benton and be in Oro Negro tomorrow morning. If I can see Mr. Nelson right away, I ought to be able to get back the next day.
Wire's how you make out I'll be in town waiting to hear from you.
All right.
Oh, Ward, I'd like to talk to you a moment.
What do you want, Dawson?
I understand your association is having a little financial difficulty.
And I suppose you're very sorry about it.
Well, frankly, no. But I just want to remind you that I'm still willing to buy up your lease at a fair price before you lose it.
Well, we don't need your help. We've made other arrangements.
Well,
Hello, Rusty.
Did you hear anything?
No, but I'm going back to the telegraph office and wait there until I do. I'll pick you up here.
Okay.
I've got a little job for you.
All right. We're listening.
All right, Rusty, let's go.
Okay.
Hey, you can't quit that much, Winter.
I'm sorry, fellas, but I gotta get back to work.
Sit down! You can't walk out on us like that.
I'll walk out any time I want it.
Wait a minute. We've got work to do. We got work to do. Come on.
You boys are a little out of condition, aren't you?
That's a lot of money. I hope we don't have any trouble getting there with it.
Well, we shouldn't. Nobody knows we're bringing it. We'll travel cross country, so we aren't likely to run into anyone.
Come on, get down. Start walking.
What's the big idea?
Becker, take over. You drive on up to the mouth of the canyon. Wait for me there.
Right.
They'll be coming down the road in a couple of minutes. Becker, you know what to do. Get these horses out of sight.
It looks like that stagecoach is in trouble. Come on.
What's the matter?
Watch the road agents try to stop me up the canyon, but I got by them. They angle off, though, and it looks like they're going to make another try for me out in the flats. I need help.
We can ride with you. Sally, you better stay out of this. Take the horses to the ranch, and we'll ride the coach into town. Let's ride inside, Rusty.
Great. Fell for our little plan, didn't you? Take those bags. Get over there by those trees. Come on. Move.
Rusty the gun. I'm going after the coach. Doing any good here. Come on.
thing was a carefully laid trap. But how could they have known we were bringing in the money?
Somebody might have found a telegram. I don't know where I lost it. Maybe during the fight in the saloon.
Do you know these men you were fighting with?
No, but
Dawson was right there. He could have picked it up. Or maybe he hired those two to jump us.
that's possible. But it's the same story. No matter how much we suspect him, we still haven't any evidence against him.
Was he in a position to learn your plans before any of the other attacks?
Yes, I told him myself we were bringing in Ed Harper as the head driller. Ed was murdered, and another man tried to impersonate him.
Mighty glad to see you, Mr. Harper. We had to shut her down. We wasn't getting anywhere.
Well, a heap of knowing goes into drilling. Suppose you fellas knock off for lunch. I'll look things over while you eat.
All right. Let's eat, men.
I can explode it. You keep the others busy.
Well, men, there goes the oil well.
So Dawson had the opportunity to substitute his own man for Harper. And he certainly had a motive.
Of course. And naturally, he'd like to see us fail to bring in a well so he could take over our lease.
But that's still not evidence. And it was the same story when he knew we were bringing in a wagon load of supplies.
All set?
Yeah, the rest of the boys are over in the trees waiting for your signal.
All right, we'll draw the guard off first.
Looks like the prick to draw us away from the wagon. We'll pretend to follow them. You stay here.
We'll get the others.
Come on, men.
So it certainly looks like Dawson could have been back of that attack, too, but what can we do about it?
And this lawsuit that's tied up our bank account, I'm sure he started that.
Yeah. Say, that gives me an idea. If he can tie us up with a phony lawsuit, why can't we do the same thing to him?
I suppose we could. But what would we accomplish?
We could force him into the open. I'll bet he's got a lot of evidence in that office of his he wouldn't want brought into court. We'll wait until late tomorrow afternoon and file suit.
Ward must have got the money out of the coach. I searched through the record.
Wait in the passage. Well, hello, Sheriff. How are you?
I'm all right, but you're in trouble. Here's a summons for you. The Oil Association's suing you for $50,000. They claim you're trying to get their lease away from them.
Why? How can they prove that?
Oh, I wouldn't know. The trial comes up the 12th of next month. You keep your records in there?
Why, yes. Why?
Well, I've got to impound them till the trial. It's too late to get them to the courthouse today, so I'm sealing up your safe for tonight.
How can I do business with my records locked up?
Yeah. I don't know. You'll have to ask the judge about that. All I can tell you is that your safe is officially sealed now.
Uh-huh.
If I find that seal broken tomorrow, you'll be held responsible.
Did you hear what he said?
Yeah. What do you got in the safe?
Plenty. Records of the payments I've made to you and your men. Receipts for... Well, anyway, there's enough evidence in those accounts that any judge would hang me if he ever saw them. We've got to get them out of there.
You can't break them seals.
No, but they couldn't blame me if somebody blew the door off that safe tonight.
I see what you mean.
Anything happen?
No, nobody's been near the place. Seems kind of silly standing around all night watching an empty office.
Maybe. But if Dawson has got any secret papers in that safe, this is his last chance to get them. Go to bed, I'll take over.
That suits me.
Get your hands up.
But, Sheriff, I was only...
Yeah, I know. You were burglarizing the safe, and I caught you red-handed. Give me your guns.
What's going on here?
caught this man blowing up your safe. Light a lamp, will you?
But you're all wrong, Sheriff. I was outside when I saw a light in here. I broke down the door and got in just as the safe blew up.
What happened to the party who lit the light?
I don't know. He was gone when I got in here. Maybe through that door.
But it was locked from the inside.
Well, maybe in that closet.
Okay, take a look, but don't try any tricks. Maybe he went through the roof.
Maybe. Or through the wall.
This is ridiculous. He's stalling for time.
Well, let him try. I'm watching him. Well, what do you know? Maybe you better do some explaining, Dawson.
Well, I didn't know that was there. As you know, Sheriff, I just rented this office a few weeks ago.
Could be both of you are lying, but I don't see how I can prove it. So I'm not holding you. But I'm camping right by that safe until I can get those records to the courthouse tomorrow.
Good morning, Ward.
Hello, Sally. Did the sheriff take Dawson's records to the courthouse yet?
Yes, he sent them on the stage this morning.
You mean he didn't take them himself?
No, but there was a guard on the stage. Isn't that safe enough?
I'm not so sure about that. Somebody tried awfully hard last night to get those records, and they might try again. I'm going to catch up with that stage and ride with it.
Well, there it is. This is one time we don't dare miss. There's enough of them records to hang the boss, and our names are in there, too. Let's go. Climb down. I'll drive it off the road.
the stage on in myself and stayed right with Dawson's records until they were locked in the courthouse vault.
Did you get a chance to see any of them?
No, they were all wrapped and sealed, and they can't be opened until the trial on the 12th of next month. But they must be mighty important because that gang tried awfully hard to get them back.
Well, we'll find out at the trial.
Yes, but by that time, it won't make much difference. We have to hit oil before the 15th to prove up on our lease. If we do that, nobody can hurt us.
That's right, and our chances look good. The driller is sure he'll bring in our first well any day now.
If we only don't have any more trouble.
I think we can protect ourselves now. Both rigs are running, and Rusty and I have nothing more to do but stand guard. I'll let you know how things come out.
Do that, Ward.
Them papers get through to the courthouse?
Yes, and that means time's running out on us. We've got to strike at once, whatever the risk.
We've been taking a lot of risks, not getting any place.
Well, I'm going to handle the job myself this time. All you have to do is plant your men around the well. Keep me covered while I cut the cable and drop the tools down the casing.
How are you going to get by the guards?
I'll handle that. You get all the men you possibly can. Be in position by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Dawson, you've got a lot of nerve coming out here.
I'm always willing to do business with anyone I can. If you were smart, you would be too.
Not with you. And we're still not selling out our lease.
Well, I'm not interested in leases anymore. I've just gone in with Mr. Hadley here as buyer for a big oil refiner.
I thought we were coming out here to do business. I don't want to get into any of your personal feuds.
Now, wait a minute, Hadley. Because Ward and I aren't personal friends, there's no reason why we can't make a deal with you.
Well, that's up to him. I'm not going to argue about that angle. My business is to buy oil.
It'll be time enough to talk about that when we've got some oil to sell.
Perhaps. But suppose you should hit a gusher. You should have tanks and pipelines ready ahead of time.
Just what do you want to talk about?
I'd like to see your log and what's coming up in the baler. If things look good, we can discuss a contract.
I'm not taking any chances with you two. I'll take your gun.
We're not armed.
All right. We're just getting ready to bail. Bill, take Mr. Hadley's team. Come on.
All right, get set. It's any time now. There's the signal. Let them have it.
Stay out of this, Dawson. I'm watching you.
get near the well now. Come on.
So, at least we have plenty of proof now that Dawson was leading the gang that's made all the trouble for us.
Then he won't dare show his face around here again.
I wouldn't be too sure of that. Dawson undoubtedly knows we may bring in a well any day now. So what can he lose by making another try at us?
Perhaps you're right. You better double the guard at both wells.
I'm going to. But I think we should also try to carry the fight to Dawson instead of just waiting for him to hit at us.
Offense is the best defense. But how do you expect to find him?
Well, Dawson is sure to be hiring more men. So I've sent Rusty into town to do a little spying. He knows most of the outlaws around here. And if he sees any suspicious-looking characters riding out of town, he'll try to trail them.
That's a wise move. Might save us from a surprise attack.
I'll be at the well, and so if Rusty turns up anything, he'll report to me there.
Right. Good luck, Ward.
Looks like something's up. 3 of the toughest gunslingers in town rode out together this morning. I'd trail them as far as the mouth of Dead End Canyon.
Hey, there's no way through that canyon. So it's a good chance that Dawson's camp is in there.
That's the way I figured.
Down to the corral and get the horses ready. I'll ride out the night shift.
Right.
I hate to leave you here with just a day crew, but if Dawson's men are in that canyon, they won't be bothering you. And if they aren't, we'll be right back.
We should be safe enough. Good luck.
Headed this way. Looks like Ward's bunch from the well.
Somebody must have trailed those men who came out from town.
What's the difference? In this canyon, we can hold off a regiment.
Yeah, but they can still keep us boxed up in here from now on. And this is our time to hit that well while Ward and the men are away. Go up on a flat where the men are grazing the horses. Tell them to saddle up a horse for me and get ready to ride. You men stay here. Dig in tight. We'll be back as soon as we finish with the well.
There's the mouth of the canyon. If we're going to have any trouble, it'll be pretty quick now. Get set.
This sure looks like the right place.
Yeah, but it's going to be tough blasting them out of there. You men keep under cover. Save your cartridges. This is liable to be a long job.
I sure hope Ward gets back before we run out of shells.
I'd better go after him.
That's a good idea, Sally. Keep down low.
stay here and keep him pinned down. Rusty, come with me. Looks like trouble at the well.
They're attacking the well.
Come on, Rusty. Keep me well covered. I'll get over behind that tent. And I can toss this on the derrick platform.
Good.
It's okay. All we gotta do is hold them until the fuse burns down. Down feed the horses, Sally!
Well, Ward, I'm afraid that does it. We'll never be able to repair that derrick in time now.
No, I guess not. If we'd only had time to...
What's that? We made it.
And Dawson helped us.
Come on, man, we've got a camper. Right to the canyon. Tell our crew to get back here to help Casey. Rusty and I are going after Dawson's place. They're afoot and can't get away.
We want to get to bedding in a hurry.
I ain't going to bedding.
I think you will.
Get up on top, quick.
Get him out of here!
There it is, full title to our lease. Nobody can take it away from us now.
It's a cinch. Dawson won't. He and Hacker both are indicted for murder, and it's a cinch they'll be convicted.
What in the world are you doing, Rusty?
Oh, after all the trouble we went to get this oil, it's no good. I put a slug of it in this lamp, and all it does is smoke.
You can't burn crude oil in a lamp.
You can't.
Blow it out, Rusty, before you smoke up the whole house.
darn dirty stuff. I never did go for those newfangled notions. I'm going back to punching cows.